Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I'm Albi and welcome back to Albi Eats World, the new channel for your weekly fix of delicious food and beautiful places. So, if this is something you're into, please subscribe. Today, we're back in Seoul to visit the traditional neighborhoods of Bukchon and Samcheong, two very popular areas. And as always, we'll be eating the best food around, so stay tuned to see my favorite Korean dessert and a special type of bulgogi. So let's go, this is Bukchon! If you're ever in Seoul, at some point you will probably visit Gyeongbokgung, the royal palace, which is located on one of Korea's most important streets, Sejongdae-ro. This is filled with national landmarks such as museums and statues of national heroes. And if you take a short walk from this must-see attraction, you will reach our destination. Bukchon and Samcheong are two areas that have been getting a lot of attention in recent years. This is due to Korean traditional culture making a resurgence. For example, an item that has seen a huge comeback is the Hanbok, the traditional Korean dress that dates back more than 500 years. The current iteration is a close relative of the latest trend developed in the late 19th century. These days, you can find many girls wearing it around the streets, particularly in Bukchon. If you want to try it, there are many places where you can rent it for a day and walk around like a true Korean. Oh, and if you're a guy, don't worry, the Hanbok is for guys too, and I'm sure you will all look stunning with one on. Here is a famous wall in the area where people write what they want to do before they die. Whoever you are, I hope you get to hug Rooney and I hope you get to marry Yumi. Samcheong, the area neighboring Bukchon, is also famous for shopping. Here you can find both little craft boutiques that sell local products and big fancy shops with K-pop advertising on display and all. There are also some very good restaurants around, but right now I've got something else on my mind. So we found this amazing cafe just off the main road. It was modeled after a Korean traditional house, but more on that later. The sun was shining outside and there was a beautiful summery atmosphere. Look how peaceful and calm it looks. I felt quite impatient though, because one of my favorite desserts was about to arrive. Bingsu, Korean shaved ice, or in this case, shaved milk ice for extra richness and flavor. This fine specimen is mango bingsu, which came topped with mango puree, mango ice cream, and condensed milk. Mango bingsu is not a traditional variant of the dish, which dates back hundreds of years, but don't worry, I will show you that one in a later video. But this is one of the most popular ones today. The sweetness of the mango and ice cream, when paired with the melty shards of creamy milk ice, it is just so tasty and refreshing. Bingsu is very popular around the world. Have you ever seen it in your city? So, after our delicious break, it was time to actually reach the heart of Bukchon's traditional village. To do this, you have to make a bit of a climb. Here is the view of one of Seoul's financial districts from the top of the hill. And that in the background is Namsan Tower, also known as Seoul Tower, which is located in the beautiful Namsan Park. And after a couple more steps, we finally made it. Just look how beautiful that is. Does it not look out of a Ghibli movie? Bukchon is famous for its Hanok, Korean traditional houses. These beautiful structures have had an interesting history in the city. During the economic boom that Korea experienced in the last part of the 20th century, called the Miracle on the Han, many of these houses were destroyed to build modern buildings. Can you believe that? However, starting from the 90s, a new movement was born to try and save the remaining ones in order to preserve their beauty and cultural significance. These days, they are some of the hottest property in the city and closely guarded as national treasures, especially in an area like Bukchon. I don't know about you, but these houses make me feel so calm and relaxed. I would love to live in one of them. In a future episode, we will travel to a city whose Hanok have been left almost completely untouched, so stay tuned for that. On our way down, we also stopped by in a coffee shop nearby to just grab a cup of tea. And I wanted to show you that even cafes here are given a traditional and peaceful vibe. Damn, I could take a nap here. People are wearing hanbok and enjoying their drink. This cafe has also some pottery on display, which is a Korean specialty. But now, it is time for dinner. We got to this amazing restaurant to have one of the classic Korean dishes. People here were getting ready to drink and eat to their heart's content. The dish you're about to see was originally a North Korean dish that is estimated to be around 2,000 years old. Today we are eating Eonyang style bulgogi. If you've ever eaten traditional bulgogi before, it is super thinly slices of beef sirloin marinated in soy sauce, sugar, sesame oil, garlic and black pepper, and it is usually grilled or boiled. However, in the version you see here, the meat is coarsely cut and formed into a sort of patty. It is so tender it can be cut with just one chopstick. Being cooked this way gives it so much extra crispiness that the unofficial name for this dish is basak bulgogi, which translates to crisp grilled bulgogi. It has such an incredibly sweet and rich flavor, and when it is cooked to perfection, like this one of course, it just melts in your mouth. Eonyang style bulgogi is quite rare, but it is definitely worth the search. It has this super crispy crust that when paired with a soft meat in the middle makes it a juicy, godly dish. This is truly top tier food. I could eat this every single day and not get tired of it. You could also put it in a little wrap with perilla leaves, garlic, kimchi, rice, and whatever else you may want. Delicious. I love Bukchon and Samcheong. These areas are filled with so much beauty and I can't wait to go back. If you ever get the chance, rent yourself an Hanbok and go visit the Hanok houses to get the full traditional Korean experience. There is so much history and delicious food to discover in Seoul, and we'll be exploring more of this amazing city in our next videos. So stay tuned, and as always, ciao for now!